Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Gorilla, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from July 22nd, 2020, and this will be your AEW Dynamite results. And your commentators were Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. And I'm assuming this is the returning Tony Schiavone after he unfortunately couldn't make it the last time because his test came out. Well, actually, his test never came in on time. It tends to seeing if he was tested negative, which he was, but still. So Tony Schiavone had to sit this out last week. So he ends up as of this recording, now it's 2 weeks ago, but as this recording, he came back last week, which is this was the edition of AEW Dynamite from July 22nd, 2020. And yeah, Jacksonville, Florida, by the way, and Daily Place. Just there we go. Let's get to it now. Now we can finally get to it. The opening was the incomplete TNT champion Cody being accompanied by Arn Anderson versus the hottest indie wrestler to go up against Cody for the TNT championship, the incomplete TNT championship. And who makes the call? Eddie Kingston from NWA, National Wrestling Alliance. And I'm like, wow. Here's the thing. I don't know what's going on with the situation with Eddie Kingston and NWA right now, but as far as NWA is concerned, they're not closing their doors. NWA is still going to be a thing. It's still going to be a thing, despite the pandemic, ruining that. But as far as Eddie Kingston, who is part of NWA, and we don't know the situation right now with Eddie Kingston or NWA right now. I'm pretty sure there's nothing bad going on between the two sides, but seeing Eddie Kingston there, which he's allowed to to go anywhere he wants to, as long as he's still in the contract with NWA, because he's an independent contractor, a real independent contractor, WWE. Eddie Kingston, basically says something about he's been around junkies and alcoholism growing up. Now that's grinding, because I should have mentioned this in the beginning. Cody was talking about he's grinding in life and wrestling, but that's probably wasn't so bad when wrestling was wrestling has been and everything. And that's when Eddie Kingston started to come out and basically cut the promo. And that's where this whole thing where Eddie Kingston came out and people were on social media were talking about Eddie Kingston showing up on AEW. So Eddie Kingston says he's a grown ass man who will put Cody in the ground and smile if he tries to preach to him about anything. Says that Tony Khan paid him to show and to kick his ass, basically Cody's ass. And Eddie Kingston is telling Arn Anderson to stop staring at me like that, or he's gonna gouge his eye out. And yeah, Eddie Kingston, man, he can talk right out of a paper bag, and also I can relate to Eddie Kingston. I can definitely relate to Eddie Kingston. Especially he's Puerto Rican, like I'm Puerto Rican. So yeah, man, I'm a fan of Eddie Kingston. So yeah, Eddie Kingston says the match will be no disqualifications. He wants no disqualifications, but he knows he's not gonna get it because Cody's not gonna accept it, because that's not his type of match. So Cody, he decided to take that match, and they had the match. Ends up being no disqualifications, and Eddie Kingston immediately jumps behind, basically attacks Cody Match begins. We had some weapons involved, and Eddie Kingston was kicking Cody's ass in the match. But I was also waiting for the opportunity in the moment where Cody's gonna get the win, because obviously he was gonna lose. But the match ends up being pretty incredible, and no DQ. That's Eddie Kingston's type of match, and they resource weapons, especially a bag of thumbtacks, which Eddie Kingston powerbombed Cody onto thumbtacks. But in the end, Cody still ends up winning the match when he puts him in the figure four, because he was targeting the leg of Eddie Kingston in the match, and Eddie Kingston taps it out. And your winner, still the incomplete TNT champion in the no disqualification match, beating Eddie Kingston in his own element of his match, the American Nightmare, Cody. Again, incredible opener. Just the fact that Eddie Kingston showed up, and then him wrestling against Cody Rhodes in the no DQ match, and everything that happened in the match, and then just the aura around it. Great opener. Loved it. We go backstage and we see the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley, says that he's the kind of guy who went and says something and he'll do it. Just like when he told Taz that he's going to tear Brian Cage's arm apart, Moxley said that Cage was very close to another 6 months of rehab, and that Taz made the right call by basically throwing the towel. But next time, Moxley said he's not going to let go. So yeah, he's basically threatening to end the career of Brian Cage if he ever gets that opportunity again. So yeah, a great promo from Moxley, by the way. I love to see a match between Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Imagine that match. Just saying. MJF being accompanied by Wardlow versus Griff Garrison, the Jungle Boy lookalike, except for one thing, he's got more fat, more muscle, and more taller. So, but MJF cuts a promo, and MJF says that he just told Griff Garrison that he looks ready to go, but a bit nervous. It's understandable though, because he's in the ring with a prodigy in MJF, and asks Jungle Boy to tell the fans who he is. And then Griff Garrison says, "That's not my name. My name is Griff Garrison." And then MJF starts ripping him and everything, and says, I basically asked Griff how cool is it to share a ring, the ring with someone who is undefeated. And Griff Garrison brings up the fact that didn't you lose a tag team match? And MJF says, basically he brings up a point. He says, he brings up a point, and also he smacks him with the microphone. But here's the thing. Yes, it's true that he did lose a tag team match, but he never got pinned. He never submitted. Basically, he didn't take the fall. Wardlow did. So there you go. But yeah, the match began. It was a quick match, by the way. But then MJF gets the microphone and says to Griff Garrison, say that I'm defeated. Say that I'm defeated. And then Griff Garrison wouldn't say it until finally he said it. And then Griff Garrison looked like he's going to get the win over MJF by a roll up, but it didn't happen. MJF ends up getting back. And all of a sudden, he goes to the Heat Seeker, which is the swing shot. How's it? Yeah, the draping power driver. Like the draping DDT from the ropes. The draping power driver onto Griff Garrison and gets the win. So MJF wins a squash in a way, and there you go. We go backstage. Tony Schiavone is talking to Rebel, and now I understand why she's called Reba, because Shit Baker is calling her Reba, but Rebel is trying to say, basically, she's going to tell her what her name, how you really say her name, and then also you hear Shit Baker saying Reba, and basically she got nose surgery. Britt Baker got nose surgery, and she's complaining, and then she compared herself to being better than Michael Jordan, and she says she's Michael Jordan. Sorry, folks. I had to step out of the building. I mean, I didn't literally leave the building, but I had to step out because I had to yell. I'm top of my lungs, and now I'm having a problem talking now because Britt Baker is pissing me off. She's Michael Jordan. Get the fuck out of here. That'd be like someone saying that they're the Michael Jordan of the YWC. So yeah, this was a shit promo from a shit segment by Britt Baker. Garbage. Michael Jordan. She's not even LeBron James. What was next? Oh yeah, this was next. Taz. He and Brian Cage comes out and explains the issues about the whole throwing in the towel thing, where Brian Cage was on the verge of firing Taz, and then Taz let him know that he was saving his career because he didn't want his torn bicep to be torn again, for him to be back back in the shelf again and everything, right? And says that Brian Cage has the FTW championship, he's got the FTW mindset, and out comes Darby Allin to confront Brian Cage. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ricky Starks attacks Darby Allin from behind, and when he attacked him from behind, boy did he ever attack him from behind. He basically, went way over his head and went way over the line, and basically over. Oh my god! I swear I thought Darby Allin got hurt. Based on how he whiplash or ricocheted away, or I think it was like a whiplash onto the rope. My god, did he ever? I thought he got hurt. Darby Allin. Ricky Starks got way over excelled that. I could swear Darby Allin was going to be permanently injured after that, but he wasn't. But then he ends up getting powerbombed by Brian Cage in the ring, and the beatdown happens. All of a sudden, Moxley comes out with a baseball bat with barbed wire on it, chasing away Cage, Taz, and Ricky Starks, and that was it. And that was it. Yeah. Good segment though. Very good segment. Let's see about that. AEW announced that this summer, even though we are in the middle of summer, okay, but they announced a 16 women, which is going to be 8 teams for an AEW Women's Tag Team Cup Tournament, and it's the Deadly Draw. We already know the Nightmare Sisters are going to be in it, Brandy Rose and Allie. But who the other women's? Are there more women's on in AEW that's good, that are a team? I mean, obviously they are, but who, you know? And that's nothing. I like this concept. Hopefully this is the thing. That way there'll be no complaining from any haters, or any complaints from just the AEW fans too, where there's really no need for an AEW Women's Tag Team Championship. Why you need a Tag Team Championship for the women's when you could have a tournament where it tends to the women's Tag Team Cup you can have every year. I think it's great. And we're gonna wait to see more announcements to make of these new women's tag teams in the AEW. For example, well, I'll get to that later when it comes to the women's match I need to talk about. But we get Chris Jericho backstage with Alex Marvez. He's still annoyed about what Orange Cassidy did, ruining the $700 I mean, it's a $7,000 jacket that Jericho is still wearing, by the way, and he never washed it. By the way, he's also with the Inner Circle, you know, Hager, Santana, Ortiz, and basically, to talk about the match against Jericho Express, and we'll get to that match later. So, by the way, he asks Santana, does he still smell like orange? And then Santana says, yep. And then Jericho walks off by saying, damn it. Young Bucks first, and it was, by the way, it was funny and entertaining, the promo. Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus The Butcher and The Blade. Falls Count Anywhere match. And by the way, how this match started? Well, they had a referee with them. I think it was Reagan Knox was with them. And basically, the Young Bucks walks into the kitchen where the Butcher and the Blade are doing their jobs, because the Butcher, chopping meat. And also, they start the fight from there, and the fight began from there into, to the locker rooms, to the hallways, using weapons until they got to on stage into the ring, and then they was doing a lot of crazy spots in the match. This was one of my favorite. This was one of my favorite matches on the show, besides the women's match, which I'll get to later. But yeah, this is pretty good. And finally, the Butcher and the Blade, and especially the Butcher, botched free. For the time being it was. But you never know. Sometimes maybe he does botch sometimes in a way, but in the end, it was Matt and Nick Jackson from separate sides of the stage scaffolding of the stage, jumping off. Basically, Matt Jackson with the elbow drop, and Nick Jackson with the swanton. Can't remember which of the Butcher and the Blade that was on the table, on separate tables, from the separate sides, but cool spot, and the match ended with the Young Bucks winning. Because I mean, since when the Butcher and the Blade has ever won a big match on Dynamite? I'll wait. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't remember. Even if they did, there's no way to remember it. Maybe when they were with the Bunny, Allie. Maybe. That's a big maybe. Even when the Bunny with them, they still don't win matches. Other than Dark. I guess you could say Dark they win matches. But other than that, what does it mean at the end of the day on Dark? But the Young Bucks gets to win. Also, we go backstage. Jake Roberts being interviewed by Alex Marvez. And also Jake Roberts takes Alex Marvez with him to what's going on in the locker room. And Lance Archer is beating up random guys. He threw one guy to the roof of the ceiling. The ceiling, I meant to say, not the roof. The ceiling, threw that guy to the ceiling. And then one guy to a trash can. Basically, 4 guys beating up. 4 nobodies, and they were small guys, by the way. Lance Archer was killing them. That's the purpose of the Murdoch monster. When you cross his path, everybody dies. Just saying. But anyways, but yeah, basically, the whole point of this is Jake Roberts is tired of Lance Archer of waiting for his opportunities. He wants his opportunity. He wants it now. So there you go. That's what it was all about. And by the way, Lance Archer says everybody dies, and then he shoves Alex Marvez really hard, and then Jake Roberts left along with the Murdoch Monster. I loved it. I love that segment, man. That was good. We need more Lance Archer doing that shit on Dynamite, and we need more Lance Archer in the ring on Dynamite. Just saying. Now we get to Ivelisse versus Diamante. Ivelisse making her official AEW debut. Hopefully it's permanent. We'll see. Because if it is going to be permanent, for those who don't know, Ivelisse and Diamante are a team outside of AEW. And on top of that, they were strong before. Now, the matches here, it was good, but this match was nowhere near better than the match that they had back at Ladies Night Out, which I think it was Ladies Night Out 5 or Ladies Night Out 6 maybe. I can't remember which number it was. But the point is, they had a match before that was great. This match, it was just good. But I still appreciate the work that these two they deliver in the match. And after this match, maybe had them be a tag team in that women's tournament. The women's tag team tournament they're gonna be doing this summer. Get it? This summer, even though we're already in the summer. But the match itself, it was good. For what it was, and Diamante got the win. Wow. I thought that Ivelisse was going to get the win here, but they give it to Diamante instead. And because of this, Diamante, she's been on a roll lately. She's going to get an opportunity to go up against Hikaru Shida on the next Dynamite show on AEW. TNT. Yeah. But yeah, I still enjoyed the match for what it was, and yeah, there you go. But I was shocked that Diamante got the win. I thought they'll get the win here to Ivelisse, but I guess not. I guess they still try to persuade Ivelisse to sign with them in a way. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. By the way, I got to want this too. By the way, during this match too, which I thought it was disrespectful on AEW's part. I love AEW and everything, but at the same time, I got called out on this bullshit. Because what they did here was WWE level bullshit. And what do you think I'm about to say when I say that? During the course of this match, they show Big Swole. Now, Big Swole wasn't the issue. The issue of this whole thing is that of all times they had Big Swole show up to address what Shit Baker said. And with the program that Shit Baker and Big Swole are doing right now. Which I'm pretty sure is going to lead to All Out, by the way. For the other match when Shit Baker gets cleared. But the whole the small box screen thing that they always do. That's what they did. And I say to myself, you couldn't wait to do this after the match, or maybe you could show up before the match. You did it during the match, where I was enjoying this match between Ivelisse and Diamante. Especially this was the debut for of Ivelisse on TNT Dynamite. AEW's Dynamite on TNT. I thought that was so disrespectful on AEW's part for doing that to Ivelisse and especially to Diamante. And on top of that, Big Swole, she didn't even finish her promo. They basically cut her up after that. Because she was gonna say something to Shit Baker, but also it ended like that. Like what the fuck? She didn't get to finish her promo. I get that she had she had about 30 seconds or whatever to get to the point of her promo, but again, you didn't need to do that during the match. You could have done that after or maybe before the match, not during a match between two who I find to be one of the best women's wrestlers right now, in Diamante and in Evilise. I was so mad. So mad. In my mind, I was mad. I don't think I showed them that much when I did the live reaction. But man, that really pissed me off. We get the Hangman, Adam Page versus 5, formerly Allen Angels, representing the Dark Order. Well, you have the rest of the Dark Order out there as well, by the way. Except Mr. Brother Lee wasn't there. The Exalted One. But the match itself, it was alright. Wasn't really into that much. Especially, for me, I'll be a big fan of the Hangman Adam Page, especially on the gimmick that he's doing right now, and doing a whole lot of cowboy shit. Wasn't really into the match that much. It wasn't a bad match. I just wasn't into it. But obviously, the Hangman won. After the match, Mr. Brother Lee comes out, and basically he tries to invite Adam Page into the Dark Order, and Adam Page is like, I'm not really into joining any cult. And then Brother Lee's like, you made your bed, and you go lie in it. He leaves the ring. Also, you get Grayson, Uno, Silver, and Reynolds. They all get in the ring and beat up on Adam Page. He foamed off a little bit, but it wasn't enough. FTR comes out, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, for the save. And then after the Dark Order left, Kenny Omega shows up out of nowhere. Like, where you been, Kenny Omega? That's your tag team partner. You're one half of the tag team champions of AEW. Wow. I guess it's gonna lead. It might lead to something, folks. I don't know. We'll be able to wait and see. But then all of a sudden, FTR have beers, and they start drinking with Adam Page. Kenny Omega was in all this, and that was it. Next time I do an AEW Dynamite results pertains to All Elite Wrestling review, I will review on the next edition of AEW Dynamite of July 29th, 2019, about Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega defending their AEW World Tag Team Championships against Evil Uno and Grayson of the Dark Order. Also, Hikaru Shida versus Diamante in a non-title match. Darby Allin Darby Allin and Jon Moxley team up together against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a Tornado Tag Team match with Taz at ringside. And Cody will defend his AEW, or should I say his incomplete TNT Championship against another indie wrestler, which I found out who it's going to be. And I'm pretty sure you already know it's going to be either way. So I'm going to say right now, it's Warhorse. And I cannot wait for that. And then we get the main event. We get Chris Jericho and Jake Hager of the Inner Circle being accompanied by Santana Ortiz versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy being accompanied by Marco Stunt of the Jurassic Express. Match itself, it was alright. And then all of a sudden, by the way, Marco Stunt got involved in the match a little bit, which led later on Santana Ortiz getting involved in the match too as well. And then all of a sudden, Serpentico cost Joker Express the match, and then it's since Serpentico was with the Inner Circle beating up on Joker Express, the entire Joker Express team, and then Serpentico removes the mask, and right there I knew, okay, that's gotta be Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, and sure enough it was. The return of the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, is back. Thank you, God. To be honest with you folks, he should have never been suspended in the first place. As I'll say, he should have never been suspended because of what he said back in 2016. Was it stupid for him to say? Was it immature for him to say? Was it said that he should have never said in the first place? I agree. He should never said that. But I believe over the years he became more mature and all that, and learned his lesson from saying that from that garbage radio station, wherever that was. Fuck those guys. But Sammy Guevara should have never been punished for that. He should have never been suspended for that. But it is what it is. I miss the Spanish God. I miss Sammy Guevara, man. They really needed him back. And the Inner Circle was nothing about Sammy Guevara, to be honest. So yeah, they just started being down on the Jurassic Express until Best Friends and then Orange Cassidy came out, and then the Inner Circle is leaving, and that was it. So talking about wrestling for All Elite Wrestling's Dynamite show on TNT, the show from July 22nd, 2020. It was 6 matches. Our overall strength for the show, I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10. Finally, a quiet place for me to do it. I don't remember if I gave my overall short rating of the show. I think I gave it a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. Or I think an 8 out of 10, if I remember. But there you go. But anyway, I gotta get out of here, head back. So thank you all for watching. For Isn't That Your Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. This was your All Elite Wrestling review, which is to give you AEW Dynamite results from July 22nd, 2020. Until next time, folks, you all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world, wear your mask, fight for the fallen, as always. Routines to everything that's going on in the world. I am out here. I gotta get going. So ta-ta for now.